Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I got in a screener from Sony Pictures, and it is This Is the End, which was a pretty big hit earlier this year. It's one that I really wanted to get out and to see, but, being limited on time for all of that stuff, I have to pick and choose, and I just didn't get a chance to get out and see this. So I was very thrilled and very honored to get this screener copy from Sony in the mail. But if you don't know anything about this film, there are tons of cameos in this, which I'll get to in a minute. But the guys you see right here on the cover are the main guys in the film. You got James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, and Craig Robinson. That is your main cast of characters here. And the thing that I thought was really cool about this, and I didn't know this, they actually all play themselves in this film. It starts off showing Seth Rogen at an airport. Jay Baruchel's there to pick him up, and he's referring to him as Seth Rogen. There's camera, paparazzi and all this stuff, just a little bit, fans around stuff, and Jay's making jokes about, Seth Rogen playing himself and all of it, or playing the same role in every movie he does. But anyway, they end up going to James Franco's house later on. And, they're all smoking weed and just partying. All, just having a great time. Franco's has a whole house full of people. And, stuff starts to happen in L.A., all hell breaks loose. I mean, I won't go into exact specifics. It's probably better if you just see it on your own. But just put it this way, all hell breaks loose and the end of the world is happening. So what these guys do is they decide that they're definitely not going to go outside. When you see what happens to LA, you'll see why. But, they hole themselves up in James Franco's house. Basically, all they have is a bunch of drugs, some candy bars, assorted beer, and they're just going to last as long as they can living there at his house. And of course, it doesn't, they can't stay there too long. They just don't have the right provisions and all this stuff. And that's really what the movie is about. It's basically a fun comedic take on the traditional, apocalyptic disaster movie, doom movie, that is so prevalent nowadays. But speaking of cameos in this film, you have, let me see here, Michael Cera, which has an absolute awesome cameo in this. It's unfortunate he wasn't in this more because he was excellent in this. He was just coked out. There's a scene, this might be a little spoiler, but I have to say this, it's just so fucking hilarious. There's a scene where Seth Rogen, I believe it's Seth Rogen, goes into the bathroom, he opens the door, and Michael Cera is standing there getting a blowjob and his asshole licked while he is sipping on a Capri Sun. Yeah, it's pretty damn funny. But Michael Cera has a cameo, Emma Watson, Mindy Kaling, Rihanna, Martin Starr, Paul Rudd, Channing Tatum, Kevin Hart. Is that it? Of notable ones here. There's a bunch of other ones, but I don't really recognize a lot of the names. David Jensen. Yeah, but anyway, and the Backstreet Boys. Woo! So yeah, a lot of cameos in this. The thing with this movie, though, guys, it was a fun movie, no question about it. I liked seeing, like I said, usually the apocalyptic movies, it's all doom and gloom, and you know the way they are. It was fun to see a comedic take on that. These guys just having fun playing themselves. And it was fun, but honestly, guys, it was not as funny as I expected it to be. I was kind of let down with it. It started off great. Like, I thought the first 15 minutes to a half hour was really funny and really good, and then it just got to a point where it got in stretches where it just wasn't very interesting. It just wasn't very entertaining. Still a fun atmosphere and stuff, but there was just sometimes where the jokes fell flat, and sometimes they took some of the jokes way too far, when it just wasn't really funny to begin with, you know what I mean? But yeah, just it with as big as a hit as this was, and how many people I heard talk about how great it was, I just expected it to be a little bit more. Um, Seth Rogen did co-direct this with Evan Goldberg, and if I'm not mistaken, did he write this? No. Hold on a minute. I do not see who wrote this. I think, oh yeah, the screenplay was by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. But yeah, I mean, guys, I think a lot of people are still going to really enjoy this film. It's fun. It is a fun movie, and I would recommend it as a fun time. Like I said, just not as funny as I expected it to be. And I think Seth Rogen and all these guys have done funnier and better films. But yeah, it's very entertaining though. Still, it's good. This comes out next Tuesday, October 1st, on DVD and Blu-ray from Sony Pictures, of course. Check it out, guys. That is my review for This Is the End. You have been watching Beyond the Realms, guys. Have a good one. Later.